In this video, we're going to look at revision cards and how you can use revision cards to enhance your revision. Now, there's lots of myths about what you should do with revision cards. Some people say, just write down a fact on a piece of paper, any fact, and keep it. Well, that does work to an extent, but I'm going to show you a really effective way to use revision cards. Now, what you do, you can take any subject for this. I've just chosen history. You write a question on one side, and on the other side, you write the answer. So, you could do this in any subject with any question. You could look at, in maths, what is Pythagoras' theorem? And you would write on one side the question, and on the other side, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Easy peasy. So, if we're going to do this properly, what we'd look at is creating a batch of cards with questions on one side and answers on the other. And then when we turn them over, we've got the answer. Now, you do this with any subject and for any number of resources, but this is how you would deploy them when you're trying to revise. So, I'd get all the questions and answers that I've prepared. So I might not have two. I've just written two out here, but if I was revising, I'd probably have a stack of about 30. And I would just go through them in turn. I'd probably keep them organised with a paperclip by subject, just to keep things easier. So on one side, I've got when did Hitler become Chancellor? I would stop at this point and I'd think, do I know the answer to that question? I'd turn around and say, oh, I think that was 1933. So I'd turn it over and I'd go, oh yes, I'm right. I'd take that card and I'd put it into a pile over here of facts that I'm comfortable with, facts that I know I'm going to remember in the exam. Then move on to the next question, which is here. When was the hyperinflation crisis in Germany? So I'd turn around and say, oh, I think that was 1926. Oh no, I'm wrong. That was actually 1921 to 24. So knowing that I got that card wrong, I'd take it and I'd put that into a second pile over here of facts that I still need to learn, facts that I'm not fully comfortable with yet. So I'd keep doing this with maybe, a batch of 30 or 40 cards that I've made. And then, after I'd gone through this process, I'd maybe take a little break. And then I'd come back to this pile of facts that I'm not comfortable with. And I'd go through them again until I was comfortable with them. Because I'd know this is a pile of facts that I still need to learn in more detail. Then I wouldn't stop there. I'd wait a few weeks or a few days, however long you want. And then I'd go back through the cards and see what my knowledge was like again. Because the best way to revise is repetition. So if you keep going through these facts again and again and again, with a question on one side to see if you know it, and checking the answer against the other side to see what you need to learn, then you can keep revising and keep doing this activity over time. The only hard part is creating a huge bank of questions and answers. But if you go through all your revision notes, your books, your handouts, and textbooks as well, that won't take a very long time. Maybe it'll take you about an hour per topic. So it's more than manageable, and it creates a resource that you can use and take around anywhere. So that's how you can use revision cards to maximise your revision.